Hi everyone, so welcome back to my channel. I do know that I kind of pop in and out of here quite frequently, but today I just wanted to have a sit down, relaxed video where I kind of talk about what I've been up to lately and I guess do kind of like a study with me type of day vlog. So what's been going on with me? Actually, I'm almost finishing up my third semester out of 4 of my neuroscience master's degree. So I'm doing a master's in Finland right now. Because of this weird year, I've been pretty much doing everything online since March. We've only had a couple of contact hours since then. And actually, this week, tomorrow I have an exam actually. I have a presentation this week and a couple of lab sessions. But kind of, I guess, once this week wraps up, really all I have is my thesis. I do have a couple of things here and there next semester, but mainly what's left will be my thesis. All my courses will be done. So I'll talk about my thesis at the end of this video for those of you that are interested in the topic or just want to hear a little bit about that. But for now, I'm just going to focus on my studying. I'm trying to make my slides for my presentation this week. I'll show you guys that. But before we really get started, I would like to thank today's sponsor, which is Wondershare Demo Creator. And they actually gave me access to try out their product, which is a video editing software and screen recorder. So it has different features, which includes recording your screen, and this recording also does your audio and webcam at the same time. For me personally, I think it can be really useful for making my Finnish language videos, as I can show various websites and stuff on my screen and then annotate them easily at the same time. So in the video editor, there are many features that I like, such as the subtitle function, as that is usually the most time-consuming aspect of the videos that I edit. There's also pre-made transitions, a crop and speed up option, and various overlays like arrows and colorful captions that you can add to make your editing a bit more fun. I'll leave the download link to this in the description box, as well as the link to their iPhone 12 contest and the Facebook page where you can find out more information about this. Alright, so as I mentioned already before, tomorrow I have an exam. It's for a course called Clinical Neurophysiology. The exam will be like an online exam, so they're going to email us a few questions that we have to answer. I kind of already made notes for that yesterday. So as you know, I'm a big fan of mind maps. So like for each lecture slide, I made like an individual mind map. So it just helps kind of make sense of the different themes in each lecture that we had. Actually, it was quite fun because one of my friends from back in Edinburgh, we have been doing these like online study sessions together. I do feel myself being more motivated, like we call each other on Skype and then we just like kind of say hi, you know, catch up a little bit and then like just work independently. But I do feel like I get a lot more done when I do that because I kind of feel like I'm studying in a group and then I'm kind of like unconsciously pressured to stay on task, whereas when I'm doing it by myself, I kind of just take a lot of extra unnecessary breaks. Yeah, so my current study tip 1 is if you have friends that are also in school at the same time, you know, you can Skype or Zoom call them and have study sessions together and just work on things. Even if you're not studying the same things, you can work on them separately. Like me and him, we both have an exam on Tuesday, so it's been great because we've both kind of had to sit down and really crack on our material. Another study tip that I found was these days I've been using like the more like Slytherin Common Room or Harry Potter Hogsmeade music, like these kinds of things, and they have like the Pomodoro technique, just YouTube videos where they have like the white noise background for I think it's like 20-25 minutes, and then it'll automatically start like playing a more upbeat music for 5 minutes, so then when you're listening, you know, oh, it's time for a break, and then you can, you know, do whatever for 5 minutes, and then the music will change again to like the more white noise for another, you know, chunk of time. So yeah, I'm just gonna stop talking for now and focus on my presentation. All right, so my presentation for in 2 days is about the influence of ApoE genotype on neurological recovery. It's for a course called Recovering Brain. And in this course, basically, there's 12 of us in this course. So each of us got a separate topic, and we do our own research on it, and then we will present it in like a group seminar, which will be in 2 days. I've been focusing on this exam and some other schoolwork up until now, so I've kind of left this to a bit of a last minute, but I'm hoping that I will get it done today, tomorrow after my exam. So actually, I'm not really sure what you guys would find interesting. I know a lot of you are thinking of applying to Finnish university, or already are maybe in Finnish university, or are hoping to come on exchange here sometime. I am wondering if you guys have any specific questions you want to ask. You can leave those in the comment box below, or any topics that you would be particularly interested in. I mean, honestly, this year I haven't had much to talk about just because I feel like I've not really even been on campus. I've been with my parents most of the time just because the campus has been pretty dead for a lot of the time. For a lot of the time, we haven't actually even been allowed onto campus, or like everything's been just shut down. So there's not much been going on. The libraries are closed. Like we weren't really having any in-person contact hours, so there was no point in really being here on campus. So I kind of just went home, and I've been hanging out with my dog and my sister's back as well. So it's been a bit less lonely, let's just say. Some course mates are even abroad because they never even came back to Finland for the start of this fall semester. But yeah, actually we got an email some weeks ago saying that next semester will still be predominantly online. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, I guess all I have left is my thesis, which I can talk a little bit about. So originally I was supposed to use fMRI, which is a brain imaging technique, and we were supposed to use that to kind of just look at the plasticity of the auditory cortex in otosclerosis patients. So those are people that have like kind of an abnormal growth in their ear. So in the ear you have 3 small bones, and one of them is called the stapes. Sometimes the stapes has like abnormal growth on it, which kind of blocks the hearing pathway. So therefore otosclerosis is like a type of conductive hearing loss. So the sound can't pass through, the ear into the brain, which is where the sound is processed. So essentially these people would be sort of deaf in one ear. And what we wanted to do is kind of just do some tests, auditory tests before their surgery. So you can, I forgot to mention, you can correct this hearing loss. So you can get a type of surgery called stapedotomy, where they replace the bone with an implant, and that kind of gives the bones more like space to move, which means that the sound can pass through again. So essentially you can cure their deafness. So what we wanted to do was kind of measure before and after, and then a couple weeks after the surgery again, just using a couple of auditory tests and see how. I'm not going to get too deep into it because it's a thesis worth of material I could be explaining, but just simply we just wanted to kind of see the plasticity. But obviously it's been very difficult to have patients or have access to them, so we're kind of been in a limbo with my thesis for the past months. So I've been doing some research, writing here and there, focusing on my courses, trying to get those out of the way. And then now I'm kind of switching a little bit, so I'll be using a method called optical imaging. I'm not too familiar with that yet since we kind of just changed my topic a couple weeks ago. So I'll be using that method, but we're also just going to focus on the auditory cortex just because I've been doing research on that thus far. So in conclusion, my thesis is still undetermined, partially, or we have kind of an idea, but I've not really started it, so I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing or like the theory behind everything yet. So I guess I'll have more to update during the spring when things have progressed, hopefully somewhat. And yeah, in general, I haven't been filming that much on this channel just because I feel like, I don't know, somehow I feel like when I'm talking here by myself, it's kind of boring and people don't really want to listen to me talk. So I've kind of just not filmed because I haven't really known what to say. When I have people like Heidi or something, it's easier to, you know, have a conversation when you're not just by yourself. I had these ideas of going to certain places or doing certain things and like filming those and taking you guys along with me so you can kind of see more of Finland, but obviously right now that's a little bit difficult / not smart, especially because I think for the next 3 weeks Finland's again having a bit tighter restrictions. So again, I'm just kind of trying to lay low like I have since March essentially. In the summer it was things were actually, in the summer in Finland, things were like almost at a zero. Like the cases were so low. There was maybe 1 per day, 5 per day max. Like it was extremely low. So in the summer it kind of felt like, oh my gosh, things are starting to look up. Like we can have like kind of a normal-ish life again. But then now it's just, the figures now are almost the same as they were in spring. It's getting a lot worse now. So we just have to lay low again and just, you know, wait it out. Other than that, you know, but yeah, that's been keeping me extremely busy. Masters is no joke. It is a lot more work than I expected, honestly. I thought it would be similar to my bachelor's, but no, it is intense. And I think this subject in general, neuroscience, is harder than I expected because there was a lot of programming involved, which I'm not very comfortable with. I've never been very comfortable with statistics, and there's a lot of that involved, or we had a lot of courses involving that, like imaging methods courses, which we had to learn like so many different imaging softwares, and just learning all of those new things and how to work them, how to analyze different data sets and different like fMRI data, how to make sense of it all, and MRI data, EEG data, DTI data. It's just, whew, my brain has been pretty fried for a long time. So yeah, but I'm plowing through and hopefully, you know, by next summer I should be getting my degree. So yeah, I would like to hear what you guys have been up to lately. Please chat with me in the comments below. But yeah, I just wanted to update you guys on a little bit of what's going on in my life, how my school is going. But yeah, I think I've been rambling on so long by now. Probably everyone's clicked off from here. If you're still with me, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys, and hopefully it won't take another month to make another video. Hope to see you guys soon, and if you do miss my content, I do have a Finnish language channel which I update on more frequently, so you can always check out that channel if you want to see more of me. But yeah, I guess that just about concludes this video, so till next time.